Hello everyone, welcome to class. Now I want us to discuss phrase structure rules. Are you with me? Phrase structure rules. Now there are rules in grammar that accounts for the components of each phrase. You know what a phrase means? A phrase is a group of related words without a finite verb and that must belong to a particular word class. All right? We know what phrases means. Now, phrase structure rules are not particularly concerned about phrases, but about the components of the phrase. Now, these rules, all right, are responsible for the insertion of words in their logical position in structures. I hope you're following me. The rule states the constituents that make up a structure. What constituents can follow, what elements can follow, so another element within a constituent. All right, it is used to describe the syntax of any given language. Now, let's just give examples so that you understand what I'm talking about. You know, I said we have your phrases. You should be familiar with your phrases. But let's take our sentence. Let's take an hypothetical sentence S. The S as a sentence, all right? It will expand. You put an arrow, expands to the elements to its right. The elements that are on the right of the sentence. It will expand to the elements on the right. Now, the sentence will expand as NP, which is your noun phrase, inflectional phrase, and your VP, which is a verb phrase. Now, you can arrange that using your pen, S, our capital S, now expanding into NP, INFL, and then VP. That's the noun phrase, inflectional phrase, and the verb phrase. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, a noun phrase is headed by a noun. Do you understand? So if we want to now further expand the NP can expand into determinant, all right, into adjective. So determinant, DET, ADJ, adjective, and then the noun, which is the head. That's the only obligatory the obligatory element of the phrase. Then it could now be, you can have after, those are the modifiers. You can have qualifiers. So that will be your S bar or your PP, your prepositional phrase. The NP could be just determinant and noun. Your NP can be just noun and then the prepositional phrase, PP. Your NP can just be a pronoun, pro. Your NP can just expand to N. I hope you understand this breakdown, how the realizations of the NP. How can it be, in what elements, what constituents make up the noun phrase? How do we explain the expansions? So I've said determinant, noun, and then the PP. You can have the determinant and the noun. You can have your noun and the PP, which is a prepositional phrase. Then you can have in just the pronoun. You can have just the noun. The same way, the inflectional phrase. All right, the inflectional phrase includes your agreements, your tense, your modal, and aspect. I'll give you that. The tense could be, all right, present or past. The aspect could be progressive or perfective. All right. Then the VP expands into V. It could be just V. It could be V and NP. That's the verb and then a noun phrase. It could be V and a verb and a prepositional phrase. That's a V and PP. It could be V, NP, ADJ, VP. All right, adverbial phrase. It could expand as a verb, as a noun phrase, and as an adverbial phrase. It could just be a verb and then an adverbial phrase. That would be V and ADVP. Now, these all are formulas. The idea is that you should have structures. There are structures that, for instance, if I have the tall girl, that's NP. That's not S. That's not a sentence. So you put NP, the tall girl. Now, that NP will expand into determinant, all right, DET, ADJP, Do you understand? The lazy there, that's an adjective. So we have the determinant. First, you can break it into the NP being the determinant, then the ADJP, and then the N, which is the girl, the tall girl. Tall adjective, girl noun. Now being the head of that phrase. Then you can have whole sentences. You can have whole sentences as instance of and then you break them also. You can break whole sentences. All right. If I say, for instance, she likes me. She likes me. That's a sentence. So you put the S. All right. That's she there. That's the NP. Then VP. All right. If we will not break the inflection. If we want to break the inflection, I've told you, agreement, tense, modal, and aspect. All right. The agreement in person and number. All right. The person must agree. All right. With the number. Then the person could be first person, second person, third person. All right. That's for the inflectional phrase. But now, I don't want us to put inflection in this one. She likes me, right? So that will be NP and VP. Now the NP breaks into pro, which is she, and then the NP, the VP. I've said NP, VP. The VP, we have V and then NP. The V likes me, NP. That's another pro, all right? We can have as many examples and then just use the if it's and it can be a prepositional phrase, like for instance, in the blue sky. In the blue sky, that would be a PP. So a PP can break into what? P and then NP.